Today, I'm taking you with me as I make wall decor to flank this beautiful print. I'm Melissa. This is CraftCrumbs. Thank you for joining me. I made this wall art a while ago, and it really just looks very lonely here. It measures 42 inches high by 46 inches wide, and we're going to give it some friends to make the area look more balanced. For this project, I'll be using a piece of poplar board from Home Depot. It measures 1 by 3 by 4. I cut this into two pieces, one at 3 feet long and one at just 4 inches long. I used Waverly antiquing wax on the front side of the board and then flipped it over to install a sawtooth hanger. Flipping it back over to the front side, I'm going to drill a stem size hole in the top center of that 4-inch piece we cut out and use wood glue to attach it to the bottom of the longer board. I grabbed some succulents, moss, and faux moss rocks from my stash. And without gluing anything down, I'm just kind of laying things out to make sure that I'm placing some of the more substantial succulents in a way that looks pleasing to the eye. I chose one upright succulent in a purplish color that I'm gonna poke into that hole there in the top that we drilled in that smaller piece. I'm adding a piece of painter's tape right above where that plant sets so I know where to stop decorating later. This part is not necessary, but will give you a better result. If you can drill holes where the plants are going to be and pop any sort of small stem into that hole, it will better anchor the plant and ensure longevity for this piece. I'm going to start in the center by adding my favorite prickly succulent and surrounding it with a little bit of moss around the stem. Once I have the larger succulents in place, I'll start to fill in around them with moss, smaller succulents, these pearl succulents, a few moss-covered rocks. I think it's important to point out that I'm using succulents of different shades of green. I have some purple or pink-colored succulents in here, and then the moss also. I have different shades of light and dark green and even some of that natural cream colored moss. If you like to DIY your home decor on a budget and want fresh ideas, consider subscribing to the channel. Give this video a thumbs up and leave a kind word in the comments. I'm gluing that upright succulent into that hole that we created, and I'll add some moss around the base of it to make it look more natural. Here I am cutting up a Dollar Tree stem that is white in color and will add some nice light to the project. I'm just cutting it up into smaller pieces and sporadically placing it throughout. White can act as a natural light in any garden, and I love to add it to any kind of greenery projects I make for inside the house as well. Now, I made 3 of these. I had a visit from a friend while I was creating this, and she begged me for it. So I told her she could have it, and then I made 2 others to flank the print in the living room. The final step is to stencil something on the bottom. I found this stencil in my stash that looks a little bit like a succulent, so I'm going to use some white chalk paint and just pop that design there on the bottom, and once dry, sealed it with clear wax. Here is what it looks like complete. I do end up liking the first one that I made and gave away the best, but these other 2 turned out beautifully as well, and I love the way they look next to this large print. Now step back and admire your DIY masterpiece. The lush greenery and organic textures will transform any room into a natural oasis. Please drop me a comment and let me know what you think about this one. Is this something you would make? And where would you display this? I think it could go in literally any room, indoor or out. Thank you for staying until the end of this video. If you're in the mood for more wood DIYs, you must check out this video next. The projects will take your breath away. Until next time, friend, don't forget to craft what you love.